Meanwhile, the United States has once again voiced some serious concerns over India's purchase of the multi-billion-dollar missile defense system from Russia. The United States has said that Russia selling the S-400 missile defense system to India has shined a spotlight on the destabilizing role that Moscow plays in the region. Now, for its part, India has maintained that its decisions are based on nothing more and nothing less than India's own national interest to protect its security. Now, India has signed a $5 billion deal with Russia way back in October 2018 to purchase 5 units of the very advanced S-4 air defense missile system, despite a warning from the then Trump administration that going ahead with this acquisition of the air defense system from Russia will invite American sanctions under CAATSA.
For the French efforts to Europeanize the Sahel region. This agreement to set up this task force was reached in March of 2020, and this was really France trying to have this task force kind of gradually take over for the existing Barkhane task force, which they entered the region with. And it was actually set up at the invitation of the Nigerian and Mali governments at the time to tackle these terrorist groups in the Sahel region. But now we have this new transitional junta in Mali, and they've taken a very different line about this European mission, particularly after this government was criticized by the European Union for not holding elections as it said it would.
Triumphant Kurdish fighters parading in the streets of Hasaka. After 7 days of brutal fighting, they were finally able to take back control of the prison where jihadist fighters had taken refuge. More than 180 people were killed in the week-long attack, including more than 120 Islamic State group fighters. Others were captured, and inside the prison, Kurdish forces are making sure every cell is secured. The threat isn't completely over, though. Not too far away, fighting is still ongoing. Kurdish fighters are backed by U.S. soldiers.
Not only a lawsuit being filed against the Crumbleys, also against this high school as well, but also now lawyers for Ethan Crumbley. He's the 15-year-old who's charged with those shootings. He has 24 charges against him. Well, they do say that they're planning to pursue an insanity defense. So according to the court filings that have been filed in Oakland County, Crumbley's defense will be saying that he was at a limited mental capacity at the time of the offense.
A total of 115 cases have been reported in 11 states. Nigeria's Center for Disease Control has set up an emergency response center to contain the rising cases. Lassa fever is a viral hemorrhagic illness that is transmitted to humans from contact with food or household items contaminated with rodent feces or urine. Symptoms include fever, fatigue, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, and sore throat. The virus takes its name from the town of Lassa in northern Nigeria, where it was first identified in 1969.
She won a landslide election victory, riding on a wave of anger by people fed up with the status quo. But Xiomara Castro's presidency is already fraught with trepidation even before it starts. Honduras' Congress is in crisis over who should lead the legislative body. Last week, around 20 lawmakers from her own Libre o Freedom party defected in opposition to Castro's choice for congressional leader. She picked a lawmaker from another party as part of a deal with Salvador Nasrallah, her former rival turned running mate. Those rejecting this picked one of their own by aligning themselves with the right-wing National Party of the outgoing president.
Lawyers representing the 6 cancer patients walked to file their lawsuit at Tokyo District Court. They say Tokyo Electric Power Company Holdings should pay more than $5 million in compensation after their clients were exposed to radiation following the 2011 nuclear disaster in Fukushima. In March 2011, a magnitude 9 earthquake struck Japan's eastern coast. It triggered a tsunami that sent huge waves surging as far as 10 kilometers inland. The Fukushima nuclear power plant was also overwhelmed and seawater flooded its reactors. Radiation leaked out, forcing more than 150,000 people to flee. The 6 people suing the operator lived in Fukushima in 2011 and later developed thyroid cancer.
Australian astronomers have discovered a spinning object in the Milky Way. The object was first spotted by a student working on their undergraduate thesis and produces electromagnetic radiation 3 times an hour.
Well, it's tremendously exciting. To find an entirely new class of object, that's just incredible.
Theories around what the object might be include a neutron star or the remnants of a collapsed star known as a white dwarf. However, much of the discovery still remains a mystery.